Hello, hello, my lovely friends, and a big welcome back to A Drill and a Dream. So today we are working somewhere different, and that is the room in my house that is currently filled with the most chaos, this bedroom. Let's take a look. So here's the deal with this bedroom. It is, looking really rough. So as many of you know, if you've been watching my recent videos or following along with my channel, my sister used to live in this house with me, but she recently got married, and so she moved away. This room is empty now. Well, it's clearly not empty. Unoccupied, I believe would be a better word. So I am hoping to give this room some love over the next little while. And my plan is to turn it into like a guest bedroom for guests, and also maybe more of like an office space for myself. Over here behind all of this stuff is, you know, a beautiful bookshelf and office area. So I'm excited about this process. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff here that is still Trudy's, and so I'm dealing with that, getting that stuff moved over to her new apartment, and at the same time wanting to redecorate and stuff and make it my own. So the first step, which I'm excited about today, is that I'm going to be putting in a new bed for my guest bedroom. So I'm excited to get the bed in. I also have just some random jobs in here that need to be done. Example one. Apparently I did a bad job and it didn't get a stud in there, even though I tried twice. So that's Abby carpentry for you. So I'm gonna try to fix that, get this up and functional again. Honestly, I'm questionable about the curtains, what curtains I want to do in here. These were old ones left over from our old house, which, you know, they work, they're okay. Ever since Trudy left, this room has just been kind of a disaster zone. So I'm excited to make it a little bit more beautiful and kind of get things cleaned up around here. So as many of you know, if you follow along with my channel, I absolutely love my FlexiSpot bed that I have in my bedroom. So I am thrilled to be working with FlexiSpot again for my guest bedroom. So the bed that was in this bedroom before, I didn't really love. It just wasn't really my style. It seemed like it was really bulky and it took up a lot of the room, and it was also very squeaky, which drove me crazy. So I'm excited to set this up. FlexiSpot sent me their Kana Retro Japanese joinery bed in black walnut. So I think it's very pretty. It has a higher headboard, and I think it's going to fit the room very well. Okay, before I start putting the bed together, I just realized one other thing that needs to be done in this video. This baseboard isn't even painted white. Oh, it's so funny because there are all these things that people would say to me before I moved into the house, and for that reason, one of my things was from the start, I always wanted to make sure that the house was done before I moved in, because people would always say that if it's not done, you never finish it. You know, you get moved in and settled in and you don't do the things to finish it. That's what everyone with that experience had. And I was like, okay, yes, I want it to be done. But there were still obviously a few little things like this. And I said, okay, but that's not gonna happen to me because, you know, I have my YouTube channel to keep going, so I have all of these jobs to do, you know, keep making videos and stuff. Yeah, it still happened to me because the thing is, you just don't want to. When you move in, you just don't want to. Zero desire. So if you are in that position right now and you're thinking, should I move in while these little jobs aren't done yet? The answer is no, you should finish those jobs because you won't. You won't. Really, I thought if anybody would, I would. And I will eventually, but it's been a year. It's been over a year. That's still wood colored. It's harder than you think to make yourself want to do stuff like that. There is so much that I love about this bed. Where do I start? I really love the sleek, minimal design of the bed. It fits my style very well. Putting it together is quick and tool-free. I love the way the pieces just join together. They snap and lock securely into place without complicated instructions and hardware. I've put together a lot of things throughout this whole process, and I can assure you it really is easy to put together. There's something very satisfying about the way that the pieces interlock, and once the bed is assembled, it is very firm and stable. That is one of the things I notice the most about my Japanese joinery bed. It's very quiet and unshakable. It just feels solid. One other great feature for those of you who have older slanty homes like mine is the adjustable foot pads, so if you need to adjust a leg or two, you can do that easily. It is made from solid wood. I really love the black walnut color, and it is made with natural materials and finishing. Walnut veneer is FAS grade, and the Sherwin-Williams paint has a low VOC emission, so it is also environmentally friendly. The slat spacing is within 2.4 inches, and there are a total of 15 slats. They're closely spaced together and thick, which makes the frame more stable. So here it is, all put together. I'm really loving this high headboard. It's so nice to have that to lean up against. You want to read a book or whatever, and to check out this really cool feature. So back here behind the headboard, there is this mini shelf, and you can put your glasses or your phone or whatever back here. Very easy to reach and convenient. And FlexiSpot also sent these gorgeous Kana Retro nightstands, and they look so sharp with the bed. I really love the sleek design with the curved edges, and best part, they came fully assembled, which is always a win. I didn't have to do anything to put them together. There's this nice big drawer, and then a shelf at the bottom. But best of all, it is also a super convenient charging station. Check it out back here. It has 2 built-in outlets, 2 USB and 1 USB-C. How handy is that? Click the link below to experience the FlexiSpot bed frame for yourself. Don't miss out. Use my code ABBY for an instant discount. Transform your sleep with comfort, convenience, and unmatched value. Okay, so I am looking at this picture that I had from before we put sheetrock on, which, by the way, is a really good thing to do. These are all my tips for if you're in the middle of a renovation right now. Take pictures of everything before you put the sheetrock on, because it's really helpful to see where the studs are if you need them for, you know, putting things in the wall. So basically, it looks like it goes straight up. I'm just gonna kind of awkwardly, because obviously I'm having issues with getting it right otherwise, I'm going to put it right on top. Even though I would rather have it out, and you know, that's the great way to do it. Sometimes the great way doesn't work out. So I'm going to put it straight up, and hopefully it'll catch this stud, and hopefully it will not be a disaster like this. Oh, that still didn't work. Oh, the amount of holes that I'm making in this wall is insane. Okay, that feels like it actually did. That'll work. Okay, well, you know what they say, 18th time is the charm. Yep. Okay. I think that one is secure. Obviously the middle one is not. Okay, it's looking fresher around here already. I do think this time I'm gonna try putting an anchor in, see if that'll work. Okay, progress. So I got this stuff called Erase-A-Hole. I don't know if you've ever used it before. I have not really, but I thought I could try it for these little holes. Come on, in or out? So it's like supposed to fill like a little chapstick for filling holes in your wall. Apparently I'm doing an excellent job. Come on. It's probably not the proper way to apply it. Might need to do a couple coats here. But we can fill in these little holes and then come back later and paint. And it'll be good as new. Probably. Kinda. So. Okay, I think all the holes are filled. I'm going to wipe it off with a cloth because that's what it said to do, and then we'll let it dry and fix her up real nice. I wanted to show you guys, I just wiped it with a tissue. I'll probably need to do another coat, but I just wiped it with a tissue and I was actually really impressed with how it came off of everything else. And so it wasn't nearly so much of a mess, and it's a lot smoother. But it does dip in a little bit, so I'll probably need to do another coat. But overall, it seems like it's going to work well. Alrighty, my pals. So I have scooched everything away from the wall, just a smidge. And now I'm going to get to painting this baseboard. I brought up what I'm pretty sure is primer, but of course it's covered. So I really can't read it, but I'm fairly certain this is the right thing. So I'm going to prime it tonight and then hopefully paint it tomorrow, and we'll have made some good progress on this bedroom. So I'm excited about that. Alrighty, my pals. So the primer is done, which looks a lot better already. And then tonight I want to put a coat of the semi-gloss on here. And I'm hoping one coat will be enough because, you know, that would just be great. So I wanted to tell you guys some of my plans for this room. So a lot of Trudy's stuff, I honestly don't remember if I told you this already or not, but a lot of Trudy's stuff is still here, my sister. So it's kind of a process for her getting all of her stuff out of here. And then once that is gone, we can do a lot more in the way of decorating and whatnot. I'm hoping maybe soon to do a little shopping, maybe thrift stores, maybe non-thrift stores, and see about maybe some decor. I'm probably gonna have to do something different with the bedding because this stuff is Trudy's. Just kind of check things out and see, you know, what catches my eye. Great job, Abby. Well done. So yeah, hopefully some fun shopping trips coming up in the future. It really does spruce things up and, oh my gosh, I'm spilling everywhere. It gives such a nice crisp look just to have a fresh coat of paint. It always really makes things look nice. Alrighty, well that's a good job done. Looks very nice, white and fresh. So once that dries, I'll push the bed back and we'll be somewhat put together in this room. But like I said, there's still a lot of work to do. Getting stuff moved out, which is going to make room for lots of fun decorating that we can do together. I'm excited to just kind of make this room my own because I haven't spent as much time in here since it was Trudy's room, but I think it's a really fun and unique room and I'm excited to, you know, make the bedding like I want it, and the bookshelves are going to be a lot different without all of Trudy's books here. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. I will of course let you guys tag along for all of that adventure coming soon, and we'll see where it all takes us. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tap the bell to stay notified when new videos are coming out. Lots to do in the house and of course outside when summer comes and when spring comes, which is coming before we know it. So I will see you guys next time on A Drill and a Dream. Have a wonderful day.